So what is going on, guys, and welcome back to our MotoGP 18 career mode. So I hope you guys have been enjoying this series. I mean, we've received a lot of love for going to Tech 3, so everyone's obviously happy with the team choice going forward in the series. So we've got some R&D points, so let's see if we can use them. So we could go for power, could go for brakes. Suspension, I think, is what I want to go for. Improves the bike stability, I'm sure. Roughness, improves stability. Nah, the frame, I want to do react faster when steering. Yeah, going to stiffen up the frame, which will be useful for us. So we've got 3,000 R&D points left, and we'll use them in the coming episodes. But for now, let's get into the next round, which is the Australian Grand Prix at Phillip Island. I couldn't think of the track name there, so let's get into the next race then. So we're heading out on our first flying lap then. It's been a while since I've ridden this track, so hopefully we can set in some good qualifying laps. So let's see how this one goes. So I will say it's been about a week since I've played this game again, so this opening qualifying session might take a few laps to get us up to speed, but let's head into it. So as you can see, coming around the final corner, it was across the line. We're going to be about over a second off of the pace. Nakagami is the current pace setter, so hopefully we can follow Cyrene round, get some decent braking points in, and hopefully bring in a decent qualifying lap as we run wide through turn 1. But let's see if this lap goes a bit more to plan. So coming across the line again, coming around the final corner, you can see the third sector we actually went fastest, but the last two corners for me are an absolute killer, and you can see we've lost a whole second round the final sector. That is ridiculous, so we need to really improve in the final sector. It's the final two corners which are an absolute killer, so let's see what we can do then. Third time lucky maybe. So coming around the final corner again, crossing the line. Come on, we can do a much better lap than that. We got up to 6th place this time, so let's keep on pushing. We still got about 6 minutes left in this session to get ourselves a decent lap, and we've got our teammate ahead of us as a bit of a benchmark, so when we start closing in on him, we really know that we're going to be catching up. But Phillip Island's a tricky track for me to get back into this game after a week out, but again, we're going to go for another flying lap. So come on, we got loads of red sectors up. Let's put in the fastest lap of the session. Yes, we did it. We managed to put in the fastest lap of the session, so I will take that. Let's end this session. Come on, there's got to be pole position in this session. Fastest lap of the session. I will take that by 0.2 of a second. Now I think I'm really going to struggle in Q1, so what I'm going to in Q2. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to skip straight into the race and see if we can crack on and get ourselves into the top 10. So here we are then on the starting grid. You can see we're going to be starting bang in the middle of the grid, and you can see Zarko on the front row. So he's the fastest Yamaha, faster than the factory Yamahas, in fact, and they can see us in 12th place. So hopefully this time out at Phillip Island we can get ourselves into the top 10, get a decent result in this MotoGP championship, and like I say, start building on for that factory ride at one of the teams. But nonetheless, let's see how we get on here at Phillip Island. We've got to watch out into turn number 1. 3 laps around here, of course. We'll be changing the format for the next season. But coming into turn 1, you can see we made up a load of positions. We're already up into 6th place. We're on the grass there. Quite a difficult turn 1 as I've messed it up. We're out wide and we slot back behind the full factory Yamaha bikes, and we're behind Rossi and Vinales. So back into 8th place. Let's see if we can work our way up through the grid then. Phillip Island is quite a difficult track as we're on the outside of Vinales. Vinales is going to fly through, but we slip back to the inside, and now we're going to head up the inside of Rossi. Hopefully he's brake quite late actually, and Vinales comes on the attack of us, so we're having to defend from him. Going to have to watch out for the other Yamahas around here. They're going to be quite good as we slot underneath Valentino and right onto the back of Jorge Lorenzo. So back up into 6th place, which is the highest we've been so far in this race. So let's see if we can build on it. This third sector here is an absolute dream for me. Out wide into that downhill hairpin, and Vinales is just going to hook it around the outside. The AI have so much more grip out there than we do, as Alex Rins come up our inside as well. So we're down into 8th place. Like I say, this 4th sector here is an absolute killer for me, and getting back on the power around the final corner. You can see all the yellow smoke in the crowd cheering on Mr. Valentino Rossi as we get a bit of a run on Alex Rins here. Can we do anything about him into turn number 1? A bit tight into turn 1. We get underneath Alex Rins on the Suzuki. I will take that back into 7th place. Now we're going to be hunting down Maverick Vinales again. It's quite bumpy as we run out a bit wide. You can see all the bikes ahead of us getting a bit wide as well, running on the bumps. And you can see Rins again trying to go up our inside. That ain't going to work for him there. So, got 2 more laps to go. Well, this lap and the next lap. What can we do here at Phillip Island for our championship? We're in a bit deep there. Bring it back though. We should get away with it. There we go. Pretty annoying, but Alex Rins is right behind us and he's got a whole pack of bikes behind him trying to catch up to us. And you can see through the first 3 sectors we're going to gain on the pack ahead, but then you'll see in the final sector we will lose it all. So like I say, we really got to push at the start of this lap to try and make up positions and defend like mad around the final sectors. You can see we're already back onto Maverick Vinales, who come through turn number 9, Lukey Heights it's called, or Lukey, yeah, Lukey by the looks of it. But coming down into this turn 10 hairpin, oh, it's so difficult there. And now into the very difficult turn, sector 4, turn 11, and then out onto turn 12, which leads on to the main straight. A very difficult end to the lap. It's all about a good exit here, or else you compromise your run onto the straight. And we've maintained 7th place, so we can really push on higher, but I would take 7th place. 27.8. We're about 6/10 off of the leaders in terms of their lap pace. So we're on the final lap right now on this curb. Got to watch out, it's going to chuck us off. The curbs are very bumpy on this game, as you may already know if you've played it yourself. And we're way out ride at the southern loop. Come on, flick it back in. There we go. Job done. So 7th place, and it looks like Maverick Vinales is getting a bit. It's getting a bit racy up behind Jorge Lorenzo. So can Lorenzo keep him at bay? That is a big question for us right now. I think he might be able to. I can't remember who's leading the championship. I think it's Dovi leading the championship. Pretty sure he's dominating every race lately. And they got Marquez close 2nd place. So let's keep on going. Let's keep on pushing. We really need to get some higher positions. We need to get some podiums if we want to challenge for a championship. I don't think we'll be, well, it's for sure. We're not going to be able to challenge for a championship here. We've got an amazing run up the inside of Maverick there into turn number 9. Running out wide at turn 9, but can we get back up the inside at turn number 10? Number 10 down the hill. Come on, no. Not able to. So we slingshotted underneath Maverick Vinales, but he was able to come back at us. So that was very unfortunate indeed. And who have we got behind us as we run out wide? I can see their arrow. Gotta watch out. I think it's going to be Alex Rins still, unless it's Valentino Rossi, don't know. But coming onto the straight then for the final times, we're going to come across the line now, and we're going to spring home 7th place. So yeah, it was Alex Rins behind us there. So 7th place, I'll take that on the Tech 3. That is a decent result. I will take that. So there you go. You can see Dovi won from Pedrosa. Pedrosa got 7th place. That is all good for Pedrosa. So yeah, it was Alex Rins and Ian O'Neill behind him. Valentino down in 10th. So pretty disappointing from the Yamaha rider there. And you can see we were still in 5th place in the championship. We got our teammate ahead of us. He's a good 50 odd, yeah, just under 50 points ahead of us. So you can see Dovi's absolutely dominating this championship. 63 points. Marquez is behind him. So I think we can say goodbye to the Riders' Championship. Hopefully we'll get ourselves on a bike next season to challenge for it. But let's head into the next race. As you can see, Tech 3 still in 4th place. Our aim is to beat Suzuki. So we got some more bike development points, so hopefully we can use that to our advantage. So I'm going to go for the suspension. I'm going to go for improve that. We're going to go for the hydraulics. Could do another one. No, we ain't got enough points, just shy by like 3,000 points odd. So let's get into the next round, which is going to be Malaysia. So here we are then at a very, very overcast Malaysia for the Malaysian Grand Prix. So hopefully we can get ourselves a decent qualifying lap in. Quite a tough track, a very long track, and quite difficult to get right. So let's see how we go on this Tech 3 Yamaha then for the penultimate round of the season. Next episode will be one race, and it will be the season finale at Valencia. So I hope you guys look forward to that, but let's set ourselves up nicely for the race. So coming to the final corner then, we are a good over a good second underneath the time that we need to get Tito Rabat off of the top spot here, but we lost it into the final corner. So let's see if we can still, yeah, 1.4. I think that's going to be enough to get us through to Q2. So hopefully it is. Yes, it is. Look at that. We're about, what's that, 6/10 above the time of Espargaro. So that is just what we need to get ourselves into Q2. So let's hope for another good session in qualifying 2. So as you can see, we've got just over 2 minutes, so we've got 2 attempts to get pole position here at Malaysia. So you can see our teammate Zarco is currently on pole position, so let's see if we can dethrone him. So you can see it coming through the 3rd sector split now around this infamous turn 14, and as you can see, we're 1.4 seconds underneath Zarco's time, so this is going to be an absolutely insane time. I do not know why the AI is so slow in this qualifying session, but coming into the final corner then, don't overcook it like I've done before. And coming around the final corner, let's pick up a bit of slipstream off of Alicia Spargaro. That is just what we're going to need to give us a good end of this lap. Come on then, it's pole position. Oh, so we lost a lot of time in the final sector, about a second. So we go 6/10 faster though. It's still enough to put us on pole position. So we're going to be starting from pole for this penultimate round here. So Zarco is dethroned by Vinales as well. He was pushed back to the back of the first row. So Dovi as well down in 5th. So this could make for an interesting race. So let's get into it. So here we are then, starting from pole position for the first time with the Tech 3 team. So I will take that, you know. 2 Tech 3s on the front row, but it's an all Yamaha front row, more importantly. Where's Valentino? Oh, he's back for the 2nd row. So good result here for the Yamaha team. So let's see what we could do then. Get an absolutely fantastic launch off the line. And here comes Dovizioso. Look at him fly. He's going to be challenging us into turn number 1. No way is he coming up our inside into turn number 1. Yes, he is. I've braked a little bit cautiously into turn 1. I'm going to get back underneath him though. Ride that curb and get underneath him. There we go. Look at that. So back into the lead of this Grand Prix. But Dovi has hit us off. What is he doing? I'm going to take a replay of that. I'm not going to rewind it, but I'm going to take a replay of that because that is so unfair. I mean, look at that. We're coming through turn 1, and he just absolutely rams into the back of us, and there's absolutely nothing we can do, and that puts Valentino Rossi into the lead of this Grand Prix. So we dropped into stone dead last, and we've got 3 laps here at Malaysia to recover. We were the fastest man on track in qualifying, proved by our pole position, and that is so annoying. Let's get back into the upper reaches of the top 10, hopefully. We're up into 17th, and here's our old teammate Paul Espargaro on the KTM. Oh, that is so frustrating. Dovizioso causing drama into turn 1. There's his teammate actually, and we're getting stuck behind Simeon. Go away, Simeon. Come on, let's get all the inside. Oh, Paul Espargaro stood him up there. That was a bit unfair, but we've got to be aggressive here. Got to do Marc Marquez to get to, basically do what Marc Marquez does to get back through this grid. Can we get up the inside of Bradley Smith there? Yes, we can. Lovely stuff underneath the Pramac. Let's go after Lorenzo next. Oh, a bit on the grass there, getting a bit reckless here, so I need to calm it down. So right on the back of Carol Abraham, so come on, let's get him in 13th place already. I'll take that up the inside of Abraham. That's good. Slotting into 12th place, so come through turn 13 into turn 14 then. Can we make our way up the inside of everyone here into turn 14? Oh, we've messed up turn 14 majorly, and Carol Abraham's coming back at us, so he's not going to be able to get us. So coming in hot on the brakes then into the final corner, into this hairpin. We've got some people behind us, and they are getting a bit feisty. What is going on ahead as Jorge Lorenzo on his Ducati slides in front of us, and what is Marc Marquez doing on Jorge Lorenzo and Marc Marquez? Come on, let's do this into turn number 1. Very late on the brakes. Come on, underneath Iannone, very deep. Let's get back at them. We've got Cal Crutchlow and Marquez and Lorenzo fighting with us, so this is not what we want, but I think Valentino Rossi's leading the way. Can we get underneath Marc Marquez? Yes, we can. Very aggressive with him, and now into P9 we go. Can we find a way past Cal Crutchlow? Can we get him up the inside here into turn 4? Yes, we can. Look at that slide underneath him and on to the back of Iannone. So where are we going to be able to get Iannone then as we come through turn 5? This is quite a difficult turn 5. Difficult turn 5 into another difficult turn 6. This Tech 3 bike isn't as agile as I'd like it to be. Oh, but we are closing in through turn 7 and turn 8. Get a run onto this straight underneath him there at turn 8. I will take that onto the back of Dani Pedrosa, leading the way for the Repsol Hondas. Obviously Marquez had a bit of trouble on the straight. I'm not sure what that was about. And who is this? Both Aprilias all the way up here. Look at them in 5th and 4th. So that is good. Well, I should say 4th and 5th, that makes more sense, but underneath Pedrosa, no, not quite able to. So what are the Aprilias doing all the way up here? That is absolutely amazing for the Aprilias. They must have got some good R&D going on at Aprilia. Can we get Scott Redding then into turn 14 on the Aprilias? Both Aprilias up here, which is quite interesting. So Scott Redding and Espargaro, I believe it is. Is it Espargaro? I think it is. We're going to get a run on Scott Redding. Can we power past him? We've got the inside line. Should be nice and easy as we pass Scott Redding. And yeah, it is Espargaro as we break very late into the final corner. Coming onto the final lap. Oh, right in behind Espargaro. So it looks like Valentino is going to run away with the win. But can we get past Espargaro and then close up to the back of Dovizioso? Hopefully he's got a penalty. We set the fastest lap of the race, so we are the fastest rider out on track, and we could have got a race win here at Malaysia. Our first MotoGP race wins. We get underneath Aleix Espargaro. Yeah, there we go. Through on the Aprilia, and Dovi's now into second place, but the Aprilia's come back at us. Oh, wow, that's so annoying. Slotting behind him. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Looks like we're not going to be able to get onto the back of Zarco, it now is, so now we're not going to be the top Tech 3 either. That's so annoying. Dovi's cost us such a... like, he's cost us some team objective points as well as actual championship points and a race win. So Dovi, man, I can't wait to beat him in a race. And Espargaro, get out of the way, because we're struggling side by side with Aleix Espargaro. He's just slotting in front of us and like block passing us, and then we can't get past him. It's so annoying. Can we get past Zarco? So Zarco gap is 1.6. It's a bit far considering we've got like 2 sectors to go. But 4th place, a good recovery, and hopefully Dovi's got a penalty. I doubt he has though. The thing is now we can't lose out any more positions to the Aprilia behind us, which is Espargaro, I believe it is. Yeah, it's Espargaro, and it looks like the Repsol Hondas are now got ahead of the Aprilia, so I'm not sure how the Aprilia's got all the way up here, but if Espargaro can hold on to 5th place, that'll be well good for him. Exit the final corner nice and clean, keeping Espargaro behind us, and we're going to come home to bring it in 4th place. It could have been a race win, but Valentino Rossi took the race win. Good result for the Aprilias as well, so let's see how it lines up. All lines up in the championship now. So you can see we close in a little bit on Johan Zarco. He's still about 50 points ahead of us, and Marcus is now 73 points off of Dovizioso, so it could get real interesting in the final round, which is going to be in the next episode. So Ducati look like they will cross the 400 points mark in the next race, so let's see how the team championship looks. Still in 4th place ahead of Suzuki, so we're securing that 4th place for Tech 3, which is really good for them, and it looks like I am the first rider now at Tech 3, so that is good for us, and hopefully we can get ourselves a good result in the finale, which will be in the next episode. So if you guys enjoy this episode, remember to give the video a like, remember to share it around with your friends, and remember to subscribe for more content coming your way on MotoGP, as well as F1 and other racing games. So for now, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and we will see you in the next one.